It's been almost 3 months since Supercell dropped the most controversial update this game has ever seen, the Trophy Rework. This update single-handedly changed how we've been playing the game for the last 6 years. Everything from ranks, matchmaking, and leaderboards were completely thrown away and given new identities. In this video, I'm gonna expose all of its flaws, explain how it's affected the game so far, and show just how important this update really was. Also, real quick, I'm giving away a free Brawl Pass Plus, so if you want a chance to win, subscribe and join the Discord server. The link is in the description. Our story starts almost 6 years ago back in 2019. In the August Brawl Talk of that year, they finally addressed the problems with the trophy system. Most importantly, how terrible the rewards were for reaching high ranks. They fixed it by giving more star points depending on what rank you got. Star points are basically what Bling used to be before it got the boot, and fast forward to 2022, reaching a rank 35 would give you 300 star points. For reference, that's the equivalent of 50 Bling nowadays. That's like dog shit. So this update really didn't do anything, and people were demanding for years for something to be done about this. So about the current trophy rework, this update was long overdue. We were 5 years late for a functioning, rewarding trophy system. And that's what Supercell aimed to finally fix in this update. And to be honest, they did a pretty solid job. This update isn't all bad. I'd even argue it's one of the top 3 best updates this game has ever had. When they first announced the rework, I was a little skeptical. I personally thought it was a good idea, besides one thing. What about the leaderboard players? Some guys at the time had over 140,000 trophies. Back then, you barely lost any trophies during the monthly resets. So these guys have been holding these trophies and grinding to the top for like 5 years. And because of this update, they were gonna lose 60,000 trophies in one reset. And that sounds even crazier when you realize that I have 1,000 hours in this game and I don't even have 60,000 trophies. And plus, it probably took them 5 times longer to get those extra 60k, because the more overall trophies you have, the less you gain per win, and you're facing literal pro players almost every other match. So with this update, the full-time leaderboard sweats were gonna lose like 4,000 hours worth of work. That's ridiculous. I figured that pro players would get mad and storm Supercell headquarters in order to protest this update, but that actually wasn't the case. And that probably makes no sense, but when you think about it, because they had so many trophies, only a select few people were able to keep up with the top players. So for a couple years, there was a small group of like 30 people who could possibly compete for the #1 spot at any given time. Now imagine you're a full-time Brawl Stars player competing with the same people for 5 years on who can play the most Brawl Stars. That cannot possibly be enjoyable. And believe it or not, if every brawler past 1,000 got reset every single season, the amount of people who could compete with them would absolutely skyrocket. And it's really not that hard to reach 1,000 trophies anymore. So if you hit 1k with every single brawler, which still takes a lot of time to do by the way, but a lot less than it did before, then you are on equal footing with every single leaderboard player at the start of every season. That probably doesn't sound that important to a lot of you, but just think about how this simple fact has changed YouTube in the last 2 months. Due to the increased competition, it feels like trophy records are dropping every single day. For example, Hyra hit 175,000 trophies last season, and now Toxic Genie is trying to hit 200,000. A couple years ago, hitting just 10,000 was impressive. Nowadays, people have 10k on a single brawler, and that's where we have our first massive problem. Trophy inflation. With trophies only getting reset at 1,000, they are just way too easy to get now. The old rank 30 and rank 35 were made for a reason. If you had the skill and determination to make it that far, that was respected. You probably only know 1 or 2 people who had a rank 30, and you probably knew no one that had a rank 35. The journey to get there was just so long and hard. Pause. But that challenge was what made trophy pushing so fun. You knew that once you finally reached that number, you had accomplished something that not many people have been able to reach. And then the trophy rework happened. Your friend whose highest brawler was at 600, he now has a rank 30. Your little brother who was hard stuck at 700, yeah, screw you. He now just doesn't have a rank 35, but a rank 36. Those months of hard work, sweat, and tears dedicated to reaching rank 30, it meant nothing. You did get a pretty cool pin out of it, I can't even lie. That was pretty much it. The point I'm getting at here is trophy ranks mean nothing now. Pretty much everyone has at least 1 tier max, and it's not even that hard to get there. My friend who has the IQ equivalent to a rock has like 7 of them. None of the ranks have value anymore, and since there's nothing past tier max, there's nothing cool to grind for. I know I'm hating, but Supercell did do something that was massive. The trophy boxes. These beautiful babies were exactly what people wanted. For some reason, this community just loves boxes. I really don't understand it, but Supercell could literally reset everyone's accounts, throw toilet paper all over their house, but if they gave a single mega box as compensation, nobody would care. Every single person would be happy. And while it's not really fun to grind individual brawlers anymore, because there's nothing beyond tier max, there is a reason to play past 1,000 trophies. And in my opinion, the only upside to tier 50 being easy to get is everyone is able to at least get the basic boxes, while more skilled players are rewarded with better boxes, meaning everyone is able to experience opening a box again. Ever since they got rid of mega boxes, they also got rid of the hype of opening them, and they tried to bring this feeling back with star drops, which only kind of worked. These boxes are genuinely exciting to open. This is the closest thing to mega boxes that we can get without actually having mega boxes, and I'd say they're a pretty good replacement. I personally wish they boost progression more than anything, but I feel like most people prefer skins anyways. Now on to the next thing, which is something that every single person can get behind, is win trading being fixed. Something that I forgot to mention was that all brawlers past 1,000 trophies are now put into the same matchmaking, meaning that if you have 1,000 trophies on a brawler, you are matched up against other people with above 1,000. So you can technically play against a 30,000 trophy Mo, even if you just reached 1,000. You can argue that this causes unfair matches, but for the pros, this was a dream come true. Before this update, matchmaking with high brawlers could take hours. Imagine spending 50 minutes waiting for a match just to lose 12 trophies, and then you have to wait 4 more hours just to get back to where you were, assuming you won the next 3 matches. You just wasted half of your day to gain 0 trophies. The long queue times were due to the fact that the matchmaking pool was just so small. This allowed other high-level players to easily find each other in games, which meant that they could team together and just cheat their way to the top. But if you expanded the matchmaking pool, which is exactly what Supercell did, it would become almost impossible to find your friends in a match, essentially destroying win trading completely. And this is the reason that players can push brawlers so high now, because they spend more time playing games and less time waiting for one to start. But this also accidentally solved one of the greatest problems that this game had. 2 years ago, win traders were taking over the leaderboard, but if you look at them now, there's almost none to be seen. If I missed anything, then let me know in the comments. I'd rate this update an 8.5 out of 10. There's definitely much to be improved on, but overall it was a great update and it needed to happen. Also, I'm a brand new YouTuber. I only started posting last month, so if you could subscribe, comment, and join the Discord, it would help me out a ton. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.